Bam, bam, bam. He or she said, cancel this damn show. They hate it. What? Hold on. Wait a minute.
Make black hair great again.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Now, woo.
We're coming. Get our check.
Cheryl Morrow, the one, the only, the hair oracle.
It was Red Dot, and then we also had a cosmetology school instructor in the chat, Miss Denise West, Michelle Allen, Miss Foster. Dang, I missed your name. It's always nice to see Miss Foster in the chat. Michelle Allen, you know how much we love you too.
What? About a whole lot of peace. Cheryl, you order that in a bag of chips. Let me do your hair. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Blacks and purples and greens and all that other good stuff. How you guys doing out there? Y'all know who it is, right? It's me, your homegirl, Linger Ladosha Kilolo. Right. What's happening? What's happening? Then right over there, y'all know who it is. It's the one and only Cheryl Morrow, aka the Hair Oracle. And we got 180 episodes in. And tonight, we're beginning the last of our series. In case you're wondering what's this all about.
Yes.
Tonight is all about the natural hair movement's cultural confusion. I posted in my shorts that the natural hair movement and its products, either they're failing, they're struggling, something just ain't right. And so we see some things that's going on. So we spent an entire year focused on what has the natural hair movement pretty much accomplished, or what have they taught you in particular, Larry, about your hair. And so as we wind this baby up, Cheryl and I, we've been up all night. I mean, we've been like, we got to get this situation.
And listen,
we've got to get it worked out. And so tonight, we're going to begin the last of our series. In case you guys are new to our platform, what's going on, Sandra? In case you guys are new to our platform, what's going on here, Locks, over here on Instagram? Nice to see you. Again, in case you guys are new to the platform, this is the Afro Hair Science YouTube channel. It is America's favorite podcast about Afro hair.
So.
We're live streaming. We're on Instagram. What? We are on Facebook. What's up, Book? How you doing, Book? And then, of course, we are on Instagram. So we out here in these social media streets, avenues, roadways, highways, you name it. We are out here. And this particular podcast is the dumbest shit. And when I tell you, we talk about some dumb. Listen, y'all, if you new to this, you're gonna love it, because you're gonna be like, you know what? That is some dumb shit, you know. So we're addressing it. We're not attacking the people. It's the content. The content is what we need to just kind of hash out. So we go over that, and then we jump over on Thursdays and we hit it from a professional angle. For the licensed professionals, because I'm just talking about me. I'm not going to talk about any other professional, but I kind of got caught up in that natural hair movement a little bit. Like, I could see some things that wasn't right, but I was in it hook, line, and sinker, just because it was just it's the thrill of it, and it was just everybody was riding the wave, you know. So I was guilty of it as well. But you know, when something ain't right, you just keep digging, because I knew all of it was a little half crocked. So I just kept, you know, finding the truth. And then I somehow, some way, I stumbled upon Dr. Willie Morrow out here in the social media world. And I thought I was going to get him, but I got his daughter instead. And so ever since then, we have become what we call PNCs, not crimes. We ain't doing it. We ain't going to jail now. Okay. We are partners in
We ain't going to jail.
cosmetology. No, we ain't doing none of that. Okay. And then Cheryl Morrow is the heiress of the California Curl Empire. She just handed over the reins to Shane Harris of her father's Legacy Media San Diego, or SD Monitor News. You guys will love that. We also have, she created our Substack, which, yeah, we're going to drop that Substack in the link. Don't worry. And you could also get it in our description. So we're very dedicated. We're Afro hair activists. We're policy advocates. We're world travel. You know, we've been all over. Well, we've been a couple of places. It sounds good when you say all over, but you only been to like 2 places. Anybody else do that shit? That's some dumb shit right there. You go one part of the time, I've been all over the world. You ain't been no damn where. But anyway, we've been a couple of places though, seriously. And we're on our way to Nova Scotia in the late summer. So we're going to be talking with Mrs. Samantha Dixon Slaughter of the Black Beauty Nova Scotia. So we really out here on the pavement. We're not just standing behind the chair. We're not just, you know, we're not into YouTube University. We're not Google scholars. We're really real life. I'm a real life cosmetologist. I work every day at the Reverence Design Team Hair Salon. And Cheryl, she's an author. She's an educator and all this other good stuff. So we are on the pulse. We are here. What's going on? What's going on, Miss Marquita? So nice. You. It's so nice to see you. This is going to be a hot topic tonight. And again, the natural hair movements and their cultural confusion. The movement it's official. We ain't going to cut through the chase. It has failed by way of the products and its goal. It hasn't worked. And we're going to talk about it. And we're going to get you guys ready for 2026. That's the year of excitement, at least on this platform, because we're just going to be all about solutions. And then over on Planet Poodle Sudo, we're going to help. Cheryl's got some wonderful, wonderful, wonderful things that she's working on so that we can, as they say, don't be part of the problem, be the solution. So we think we have a solution, and we know you guys have some solutions too. And so that's pretty much how it's going down. Ain't that right, Cheryl?
It is going down because 2026 is a very important year for just the Afro movement, which is the word Afro is, it's about the diaspora, the diaspora of Black people continentally moving into a really bubbling subculture. And I think Black America is Africa's greatest subculture, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I think it's the 60th anniversary of Stokely Carmichael's "Power to the People" speech.
Ooh, okay, Kwame. Okay, all right, no, Kwame.
All right, and then it's the 60th anniversary of the original Black-owned Afrocomb Commerce, which means a Black company.
60 years.
Mr. Morrow did the first injection mold of an Afro pick. Wait, 7 years before the fist. Yeah, the fist comb. It's Black owned.
Right. We got to talk about that. We're
going to be celebrating that shit. We're going to be celebrating that shit.
Yeah, we're going to be celebrating that. We're going to be celebrating that. Now, what I want to do, in addition to welcoming you guys, and of course, thanking each and every last one of you who are live with us right now, we appreciate it. But if you're watching this post live, we appreciate that too.
Absolutely.
I just want to break down. So I want you guys, this is like a television series, where you want to come back like, oh, I want to watch part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. So we're on every Monday. So we have 5 of these in this series. So every month we do a series anyway. So I'm just going to break down these 5 series that we're going to be talking about to get you guys, because the dumbest shit is really for the consumer. All right. It's for the people who are out there, struggling with their hair. They're buying all of these products. They have these babies. They have these sons. They have parents that they're trying to take care of who are aging, aunties, sweethearts, boo things, you name it. You know what I'm saying? So we on y'all side. Okay. So this podcast is for the consumer. And It's for you guys in two ways, all right? Money and time, which in the world of beauty, they're synonymous, okay? Shirley and I, we are not of the school of thought that Afro hair is something that you should be spending a whole lot of money on. I mean, you can support your peeps. We ain't saying that. But there's all this money that's being spent, and folks still out here don't know what to do with their hair. This is why we where we at right now, because that it just really shouldn't be this way, okay? And so that's our main focus here. So in case you're wondering, why y'all trying to help us out? Y'all, because it's too much money being spent, too much time, and then folks ain't happy with their hair. I'm just not.
And plus, you're feeding them a very machine that is part imposter. Second, it is keeping the lowest level of education prevalent. And it is feeding the celebrity brand machine, which is, of course, we are entrepreneurs ourselves and entrepreneurs. So we do understand how to get your brand out, and you want to be in business. And the business of beauty is one of the greatest industries, in my opinion, for Black. Just the whole prosperous, being prosperous and things of that nature. So I get it. But
right.
It's feeding that machine.
You said the imposter machine. Jesus. Sure. Y'all can always count on the hair oracle. Ain't that right, Sandra? If anybody's going to keep it 100, it's going to be the hair oracle. And if anybody that's going to stir the pot and poke at some emotions and get you guys a little agitated, that's going to be me. That's Kilolo, because I'm basically, my ass is cheap. Okay. So I'm a Scorpio. I know Scorpios are so, yeah, I am one of those Scorpios.
No. You are cheap. Cheap.
I mean, I'd be like 99 cents. Are you crazy? What the hell? I'm just talking about me, okay? But all of this money it's just ridiculous. So here we go. So the first is today we're going to actually just go right into what are you guys talking about? Because you and Cheryl be on her Amos Wilson. What's the other guy name with the hair up? Cornell West, Barbara, what's her name? What's Barbara's name? Sizemore, she be on the Barbara Sizemore, Cornell West, Dr. Amos Wilson. You know what I'm saying? She just all that Eddie Turbo Malone, just a little ball all rolled up into one. And so we're going to start off with culture. All right. We're going to define that. And then we're going to follow it up next Monday. The culture of supporting Black brands. We gotta go there. Now we're talking about what has the at the end of 25 years, what has this natural hair movement?
One more month in one generation of natural hair care. We got one full generation.
One full generation. At the end of the day, it just boils down to culture. That's where they at. That's all they're giving y'all is culture. We're going to talk about what is that. Then we're going to talk about the brands. Culture. The culture of ego. I'm the hair doctor. I'm the hair expert. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Also, number 4 is the culture of reckoning. Because now they feeling the sting. Thanks for hitting that heart button. Yeah. They are feeling the sting of that. Well, as me and Hattie Mae would say, messy boots. What's up, Pat? How you doing, little sister? All right. And then we're going to rock it out with now it's in the fall. It's in the decline, because now you hear them talking about, let me pull my hair over. Straight naturals. Now, they didn't lost that. Now that's some dumb shit. I'm not even this video this live is going to get flagged, but it just has to be said. I cannot believe at the end of 25 years, I'm banging on my little YouTube table here, okay? And it pretty much boiled down to now they back where they didn't want to be,
right?
Which is natural. I know I ain't the only one. Y'all can watch. I see y'all. Come on in. Come on and get some of this. Come on and get some of this smoke. Because y'all have to admit that the straight naturals. I ain't gonna spoil it. I ain't gonna do spoilers. So that's where we're going here. Come on, tell them. Just go on and get it out my system.
ahead.
Sure. Now, sure, being messy boots tonight. Now, I'm trying to be, I'm trying to get a little, but y'all know that's dumb. Go ahead. Everybody hit the thumb. I see the thumbs up went on that because y'all know. Because they know that's some dumb shit. How y'all gonna did a whole 25 years of coils and free and Crown Act and protective hairstyles and LOC and MOS and KEY and USE. And now y'all say, well, we just straight silk press.
MIC.
Y'all paying for them silk presses. Charging all that money, talking about ain't no science. I mean, this shit cray. Okay. So enough of me. I didn't win in. I'm like, y'all like LaDosha, you were just so I am. I'm what's the girls with Kanks and I love them too. I gotta get their name.
Kank.
I've had it up to here. I've had it. Y'all, if y'all ain't watching that,
up to here.
If y'all not watching them two white chicks, y'all not on, y'all back in the mainstream. But anywho, I'm kind of on their vibe. That's how I'm going in. I'm going in like, the two white. Yes. I mean, that's just crazy. Straight natural silk pressing. Like, what is it? And like I said, what
was it called? What was it called, Kilolo, before silk press?
It was just a press and curl. You just press the hair. Can you imagine? I mean, if you straighten it out, because it depended on what era you was in. I
hate to tell y'all, but the press and curl chicks, that was getting the heat damage that y'all said they was natural.
Yeah, so let's go. We're gonna go ahead on. We done had enough time to just kind of get you to kind of what you guys whistle. But before we do that, in the spirit of the natural hair movement, we do have a young man by the name of Kefele who's doing something wonderful. He's going to do a virtual natural hair show. We're going to be promoting this all we can, so y'all can get online. He's got I think like 100, or he's got a huge lineup of professionals, classes, and shows that you guys can go into and get your education on. Okay, and so here, let me play a little clip. It's called AI. All right, here we go.
From the roots of tradition to the rise of technology, a new era of beauty culture innovation begins. Introducing the first ever African Intelligent Virtual Natural Hair Show, where the art of natural hair meets the power of artificial intelligence. This is not just a show, it's a revolution, a movement to celebrate Black excellence, creativity, and the genius of our roots.
Hey, woo! Y'all see that? The black folks ain't playing out here. And by the way, speaking of AI, African intelligence, y'all better watch the news because of the entire, 54 countries are on the continent of Africa. All 54 countries have signed an agreement to get together under one umbrella in this AI, this digital, this computer, whatever word you want to call, world, and so that they can be seen as one big consumer block. Now, America think they all of that, but I'm telling y'all right now, Africa, that continent.
And let me just say this.
Y'all better get ready. Go ahead.
That's right. And they all want to look like who? They want to look like Black American people. And so that means that as not only consumer power, you have consumer influence. That means
that's simple.
That means that the fact that you are the world's tastemaker, you can influence people's buying choices. And so, and hey,
get ready. Y'all be on the lookout for that. That's not fake news. That's not gossip. That's the real deal. That's the real deal, Holyfield. That is how it's going down. Also, in case you guys are new or maybe you guys have forgotten, December 9th will mark 3 years since Cheryl and I released our documentary, and it's
Yay!
called The Narrative. So you
Narrative.
know what we're gonna do, guys? We have about I think we have about 12 clips that didn't quite make the cut. We got pieces of it, but not all of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to just release them raw. We're not gonna, clean them up, and then we're going to put the link so that you can watch the documentary again. This is one of those documentaries that every time you watch it, you'll be like, okay, I see she trying. They tried. You know what I'm saying? I see where y'all going. So yes, we want to promote this as much as we can. So you guys are going to see that. We'll probably show some snippets of it, on here starting on Thursday. So December the 9th marks 3 years since we released our very first documentary. And sure, are we like the first cosmetologist to do a documentary?
I think so.
I think
I
y'all better
know
fact check
that
us.
there's a lot of filmmakers that, right. I think there's a lot of filmmakers that do hair, but there's not a lot of professional cosmetologists, stylists, and trichologists, people who do films. No.
Yeah, so we
So
try to
I do
show
think that
y'all,
we
you could take this career and you could do all types of cool stuff. So if
so
filming
many
is
things.
something in Grace, go ahead, go on and do it, y'all. Go on and go ahead on Dee. What's going on, Boo? Nice to see you. Weekend. What's happening, Boo? It's so nice to see you. I was getting nervous if I ain't see my weekend here. All right, so we're gonna go ahead on and get this conversation going. We're gonna keep moving, and we've already had it going, but let's just keep moving. And we're gonna start off with our first talking point here, which is all about culture. And we have to start it off because it's just really messed up how this movement has taken something like culture and they've really, as Cheryl said it, what did she say? Imposter. This is like really interesting. And how do we know this? Because of this right here. So this is what got my goat. This when I said Cheryl, this again, I was like Ice Cube. God damn, I'm glad y'all set it off. All right, here she go. Here it goes. This sister right here. All right. I don't know if y'all saw this. This was all over. It's everywhere. It's on TikTok. It's on Instagram. Now we're going to show the clip of Michelle Obama again because this is what we're talking about when we talk about this whole culture thing. Here she says, Pattern Beauty founder Tracee Ellis Ross believes beauty brands are failing because there is a cultural currency that is not accounted for in dollars. Now, I'm going to tell y'all right now, I don't
dollar
know.
numbers and dollar numbers.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so angry. Let me read it again. Sure, I always got to check. That's the Amos Wilson shit right there. Okay, here we go again. Pattern Beauty founder Tracee Ellis Ross believes beauty brands are failing because there is a cultural currency that is not accounted for in dollar numbers. I have no idea of what she's talking about. The cultural currency. I think I know what that means. But how it's not accounted for in dollar numbers. I don't even know what I'm not an economist. I mean, I make money, I count dollars, but I don't know what that is. So we're gonna start with that. Now, I mean, I'm speaking my own truth. I'm not gonna be out here trying to perpetrate, okay? But we have to really unpack this a little bit further. So here we go here. And so, I just wanted to put it up a little bit bigger in case you guys like, I didn't see it. So there it is. She says it again. I'm showing it again that there's a cultural currency that is not accounted for in dollar numbers. So this is where I caught the hair oracle, and I was like, you know what? I'm sick of these bitches. Okay, I have these celebrities are out of fucking order. Okay, I'm not lying. I'm sick of them. I have no problem. I mean, who am I? Who am I to even care what a person wants to do? If you want to start your own hair care products, I don't. That's none of my business. All right. But when you start trying to act like you know you, and then she blamed the beauty industry. And then Cheryl just pointed out to me that there are two types of beauty industries. What she did not, y'all know I went in the chat like, who you talking to? Which beauty industry are you talking about? Because they not like us. That's pattern beauty is over the counter. Now, like I learned from our guest 2 weeks ago, Miss McKee, she said they not talking to you. So she could very well like, I'm not talking to you. Well, she needs to make it clear. But I am sick of these celebrities who are in these spaces trying to speak for an industry which they know nothing about, because like Cheryl said, our black brands wasn't bagging to be on no white shelves. When I wanted to go get me some black hair care products, I went in the hood around the corner and we just bought them. Okay. When nobody begging to go into
Or they
red,
came to you.
right. I mean, we had two cousins and
Your
whatever.
distributor, Mr.
Right.
Sharp or Mr. Choose, or somebody came to you with your order and dropped it off.
Yeah, we had Dudley's,
Your rep,
we
your
had
rep.
Mirror Gopar here in Cleveland. We had our own people that come in and sell us our stuff. That's the professional. We had our own people,
Now,
our own places to go to.
I would like to say something though, because of course you have to think about what people are saying. And I think that, and I don't know if she meant this, but I think retail over the counter brands like notable brand ambassadors, brand influencers, and celebrity brand owners, I think they're finding out that their celebrity is not enough. And so now they want to tap into the cultural other assets, and they don't have access to them.
When you say
it's kind of hard.
Because are we going to break this down, this cultural assets? I mean, I want us to, because as we talk about the natural hair movement's cultural confusion, remember, when you culminate these 25 years and you say, especially if you're in it, there's a whole new niche in hair called natural hair care. Some states require a license or permit, some states don't. Okay. So, but then there's also the intersectionality, is that where you could use that, where cosmetology, they're kind of crossing over, right, with this natural hair kind of tucked in the middle. And so we see all of this confusion because at the end, you can look over and say, well, what have they said at the end? At the end, they're talking about culture is king. And we hear the celebrities because it all started with the 15% pledge, right? Which we're going to use that. But let's start off.
Right. That's a whole other.
We're going to start off with that. We're going to go back to that, but we have to.
The era of the celebrity, because her not having access, brand owners like her, because she's talking about her too, but brand owners like her, she's saying they don't have access to the broader outside fringe cultural assets and currency that could pad them, or they could use for knowledge, for ritual, just their taste, trend forecasting, they don't have any other help other than their own very celebrity. And so, can you imagine? And this is the danger
I'm
of
sorry for cutting
incubator
you off,
brands
Cheryl,
like
but
Pattern.
I'm sorry, but I mean, so don't. Now I could be ignorant, y'all.
She's saying. Mhm.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, when
No,
you
no, no.
said they
You go
don't,
ahead, because I was.
because you're saying like they don't have the access, right? But they're celebrities. Celebrities get automatic
No, no, no,
access
no, no,
to
no,
a
no, no.
degree. No, okay, I'm sorry.
Now, let me just say this. The problem with incubator brands that just slap a celebrity on it. Now, because the celebrity just so happens to be black and to have some wavy curly hair when the shit get wet, you know what I mean? And have some cultural experiences like a wavy curly girl would. When you're at the board table, the other people on the other side think that you come with the whole treasure trough. Well, you don't. You just lied to them. So when the brand get going, you don't have black hair care, you don't have black salon culture, you don't have them black. See, you don't understand that that black hair care is rich within itself, and it has all types of other value systems, knowledge bases you have at your access. She doesn't have at her access. So she is saying now that the brand's getting a little trouble in the retail aisle because they sit in their ass next to Pantene, which does have a what we call generational buyer. Those brands don't have generational buyers. So if I
So
were
is this?
to, so they don't.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to take you
So
slow.
is that
Go
what she
ahead.
means? Is that when she says there is a cultural currency, right? So you're saying
Now,
brands
cultural
like
currency. What
yeah,
is
come over this way so we can see you. Come over this way so we can see you. Because I want to keep this up, Cheryl, so we can walk. So there we go. Come on over. Okay. Yeah. The other way. Come back the other way. A little bit more. I can't see you. There you go. Okay. Because I want them to see as
I'm
we
on the
break
screen.
this down.
I'm on,
Okay. All right. So so when you're saying that Pantene and them, like they have this what did you call like a inheritance of followers or
a generational.
people,
Right.
yeah, where
Yeah.
they're
They got a
loyal to the brand.
generational. They got brand. Yeah. They got brand position.
Okay, like we use
That's
I've
what
been
it's
using
called.
Crest since I was like 3. And my children
Right.
use Crest. So you're
Right.
saying
Right.
she's saying they can't get that. Is that what she's saying?
Right.
Oh wow.
Not with the way the brand starts. See, when Ravine and let's say like a Duke, a Duke, a Fashion Fair, a Dudley, SB Fuller, or all of those legacy soft sheen, California curl, roller curls. When you're talking about the curl, that's why the curl is different than a white perm, because the curl comes with cultural currency. The language of black people, the music of black people, the swag of black people, the fashion of black people, everything we bring to it is called cultural currency. But the problem with, and I told most of those incubator brands, they just want you. They just want your black ass. They just want you to be there and be the face. And you're saying, yeah, but I'm going to need a little help. Help doing what? Well, I'm going to have to go get the girls in the hood and go get, to make this like really go viral. Oh, no. We want this brand to be in Nordstrom's. Yeah, that's fine. But if the black girls don't follow us in there, we ain't gonna be shit. And if you don't do it, black girls will kill this bad boy faster than you can goddamn, because hair people, and if y'all can understand, and this is to the testament of the black consumer. Black people will buy you, regardless if you Beyonce, Rihanna, blah, 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 blah. But goddamn it, after a while, the shit gotta work if you messing with their hair. And so if it does not carry extra currency, as in the buzzwords black people use, if you not talking about, how long it lasts. See, white folks don't know about, we got something that's called how long it lasts. See, that's black currency.
I love Cheryl. Oh God.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So black currency is the way we think, is the way we talk to each other. So, and let me just say this, in Tracee's defense, she a black girl. She know good and goddamn well when she at that goddamn board table that we about to fuck up. Because we really not, she knows. And so she gets caught into these boardrooms, and she gets caught in, and see, what happened to Essence? It lost its cultural currency. They started trading it for African. Those are not the same cultures. We are brothers and sisters, and we are of African descent, but the culture is different. And that's a currency.
So I see. I can see why Sandra is in the chat, and she kind of highlighted your imposter culture, because when you look at a brand like Ultra Sheen, when you give the example of the cultural currency, this was a brand that permeated and penetrated and was literally absorbed into generation after generation after generation.
It's a legacy. Yes.
Yeah. Nobody questioned the efficacy and the longevity and the quality and all of that.
You don't have any problems with. Absolutely.
No, you're right. I get it now.
So
are you guys following this?
Right. Let me put it this way. Butters, not cultural currency. Oils, maybe. But when I tell your black ass to use some grease, you all of a sudden know what I'm talking about. So one has cultural currency. The other ones are just, they just entered into the lexicon. It has not been baptized with blackness yet. Do you understand what I mean? So even though we may talk about, give me some of that tea tree shit, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, that shit don't turn out right. Give me some Ultra Sheen, give me some grease. Because I can tell you right now, when I was little, my shit used to lay down and I ain't had no problem. Yeah, but you was using grease versus oil. You see what I'm saying? So cultural currency are things that involve values, knowledge, ritual, tried and true things, regardless if we deem them natural or not, even though Ultra Sheen grease was natural. But because of the nuance, of this nouveau way of dialoguing that the brands wanted to do in the 2000 Y2K movement, those words were actually really new. And they're not gaining any synergy enough to be attached to brands these days. And they're not carrying enough of the cultural currency, is what she's saying, to get them past the hump into legacy. They're never going to make it.
And it sounds like, just listening, because the chat, like, y'all, I feel like I'm a retard. Because everybody in the chat is like, tell it, Cheryl, you better get it. I'm over here like, duh. George, could you talk about the house again, George? Um, so um, so basically for me, I'm interpreting this as those celebrity brands and those what you call them like black founders,
Mm-hmm.
they was trying to put a square peg into a round hole by trying to take the legacy, you know, cultural spending and marketing and advertising power of those old school black brands and make it fit into what the white people, you know, have
Mm-hmm.
for their
Mm-hmm.
target audience. Wow,
Mm-hmm.
that
Because
I ain't gonna
at the
lie, y'all.
end of the
That's
day,
deep.
yeah, because at the end of the day, black hair is based on result metrics, not natural metrics. It's not based on that. If it don't give me the feel, the
Say
look,
that again.
but
Kind of
black
break
hair
it down one
care,
more time. Say it again.
right, black hair care is the success of something is a result, has a result. You have to have a metric that renders a result. The natural Y2K only is telling you what you should do. It's only giving you allegiance. It's telling you what you just should do for the fuck of it. Void of result. So at the end of the day, we want soft. We want hydrated. We want the result. And what the new Y2K brands, they're so based on culture and they forgot the result. They forgot the skill set of how and what products actually gives the client or the customer what they want. They want soft, fluffy, straight. Now they're trying to sneak back into a press and curl because they vilified it so long. Now they want to change the name, and now it's a silk press or a straight natural.
And I think
So
for
when so,
me,
so uh-huh.
no, keep going, keep going. No, go.
No, because I forgot my thought. Go ahead.
No. So so for me, guys, and I know y'all like, Dosha, please stop saying it, but I can't help it, y'all. I can't. I cannot. I just this is why I said I can't believe that black people was falling for this thing called natural hair. It's like we already doing that. If anything, and I'm having just an aha moment, okay? If anything, we could have took what was already existing with Ultra Sheen and Duke and all of these black brands and put them into the engine of this modern day and let it reach and give it that rich long-term legacy like Crest toothpaste. You know what I'm saying?
Now
Like
I'm gonna
nothing
say
against
I'm gonna say
AIM
something else.
and the Neem, all those
I'm gonna
new
say something
toothpaste.
else.
But you know, Crest and Colgate is kicking ass on it. Like ain't nobody messing with them, you know. And so,
Okay, now so let me go
they
here.
took. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, let me go here. Also, what she doesn't want to say. Well, I'm just gonna say she said it, but it's codified. She said black, cultural currency. If you think your ass gonna be Miss Thing on and through hair, what she's actually really saying, she really want to say this to, I guess, them incubator white folks. If you think that you're gonna be queen of the night, you got to go to a hair show, baby. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go to a hair show. You gotta let them black hairstylists get a hold of that shit. You gotta let the black culture of the Bronner brother, this show, you gotta put it through the ringer of some badass hairstylists. And I'm not talking about no celebrity hairstylists of today. See, they don't have the cultural currency that the Afro came through. the curl came through. The relaxer came through. The no-lie relaxer came through. The press and curl came through. The crokinole came through. The concholine came through. They don't have the pump and circumstance. They don't have they don't have the balls. They don't have the grand gestures of going to the whole weekend of a Bronner Brothers show. And she knows it. And that is the industry. What I keep saying is they left that industry. That industry for them is old and antiquated. But the problem is that when you rinse that one and you unplugged and let the water out the bathtub, you took all the cultural currency with it.
Damn.
And now you guys had to make up a new cultural currency, and it ain't working. But put some butters on it. That ain't the same thing as putting some grease on it. It just doesn't have it. Just
no,
I'm trying
it's
to
not.
make that correlation. You know, because at the end of the day,
it's beautiful. I mean,
right? Even though you had the everybody had an afro, right? What was the difference between a black afro and everybody else's afro around the world? There's one thing. Well, first of all, you got to put some oil sheen on that. There wasn't no product called oil sheen prior to an afro. We didn't even know what that shit. We didn't use no. Wait a minute. We made an oil come out of an aerosol can, y'all. That shit didn't happen any time, any place.
Hey,
and then white folks was like,
I don't know how.
It's some
I ain't trying to be funny, but I heard that's what made Pam come out with the, for their stuff. I don't know how true it is, but anyhow. But can I play devil's advocate, or you want? I'm not joking. That's what I heard. Okay, I do. I have a customer who works in that arena where they make food and stuff, and she told me. I mean, maybe I don't know. I mean, anywho. So let me play devil's advocate, right? Let me take this one down. Let me stop sharing. I'm going to show another one, because we have another Black founder who started a product called Amy Cole. I'm probably messing up the name. And the founder of the brand, I forgot her name. But anywho, okay, she's an African sister that founded the brand, right? So let's go along with what you said. Right. This is why they didn't have the cultural currency. They didn't have the whole the legacy, all of this, that, and the third. So here's what she had to say in comparison to Tracee Ellis Ross. Okay. So Tracee Ellis Ross is going on the cultural currency, blase Skippy. The founder of Amy Cole is saying this. All right. And I want you to unpack this too. All right. And let me just pull it up just so everybody can kind of see it. I see you over there, Jeanette. Jeanette, like, own it. And before you answer, Cheryl, I got to hit the like it, because our co-hosts are like, y'all got to hit this thumbs up button, because Cheryl is kicking the ballistics. All right, here we go. Now, Tracee Ellis Ross is over here like, it's the cultural currency, blase Skippy. Amy Cole is saying the reason why her brand, which is we're talking about the natural hair brands, like they're failing. The reason why, she said, it did not fail due to the lack of demand, but rather closed with systemic issues, including insufficient capital to compete with large corporations and the unpredictable nature of investors' support for inclusive brands. So, in other words, the investors came in, they gave them some money, but then they started pulling back, and it sounds like they was trying to control the situation, and therefore this was a very prestigious brand that failed. So she's saying, well, we did try to get to that point, what you're talking about, Cheryl, where we wanted to make this Amy Cole become like the Pond's or the Dove of the Black hair care, the Black skin care market. But the people who gave us the capital, they wasn't supportive of they were unpredictable, is what she's saying here. And then on top of that, they didn't have enough capital to compete with a Dove to that black people would buy, because I still buy Dove. I ain't messing around with that stuff, okay? And Catlin Naturals, but I do. I still use Dove. You know, I'm just telling this is my truth. So she ain't getting my dollars. So and she said I can't get LaDosha's dollars because Dove got all the money. They have sufficient capital to compete with Olive Olay. And then their funders are supporting their initiatives. But when I want mine, so I can try to get LaDosha, I can't happen. So what you got to say to that? Oh, wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Let me take it back down because we got to hit the hold on, guys. It's time for us, y'all. Y'all got to hit the thumbs up button. So Cheryl's going to answer that question. I see y'all like, ooh, I mean, it could be makeup. I'm just saying, I'm sorry. I was saying skincare was just an analogy. Okay, here we go. Before Cheryl's answer that to her response, our virtual co-host says you must do this to help change the narrative about the natural hair movement's cultural confusion. Here you go, guys. Cheryl said do this right now.
Okay.
So the founder of Amy Co said,
put us in the split screen.
Take it off. Okay. Yeah. All right. Take this off. All right. So that's what she said. Sure. I can't get LaDosha to stop buying her eyeliner from Maybelline because I can't compete I ain't got enough money to compete with Maybelline to get LaDosha to switch. And I think I could get LaDosha to switch and move me to the position of a Maybelline with her as an African-American spender, but they don't, they're unpredictable. 1 minute they want to help, next minute they don't. So could that be another reason why these black natural hair makeup?
No. Let me just say this. I will admit, as growing up, seeing and knowing and hearing of, because of course we've already had black brands in those categories: Fashion Fair, Ambi, Vera Moore,
Black Opal,
Anthony Overton of the 30s, Black Opal. We've already had
Posners.
So there was also a myth.
Posners used to be the shit. I'm sorry. I used to use Posners. Groovy grape in the house where my groovy grapes at.
Right. So everyone is trying to capture a market. Now, one of the things that you guys don't know is that there's something called an incubator. All of these founder and brands are coming out of these incubators. Okay. And the investor is feeling a little more safe to invest and pour money in it if they have an immediate administrator kind of team to walk them through the actual business of beauty. And so while we celebrated the founder, why isn't the Y2K founder reaping the benefits of the founder that didn't have investors, that didn't have incubators? That she's not even beating Eunice Johnson, and Eunice Johnson's been dead for 20 years. They're not beating, they're not.
What you talking about, Willis?
Yeah, they're not rendering the success of a Vera Moore. They're not. There's something wrong with their approach. So it either has to be the incubator, it has to either be them, and they have to stop believing, okay, that their blackness, which is the reason why culture is king. We have to stop using culture, in our proximity to being black as the skill set to run a beauty company. It's not enough.
Oh my! Girl, don't be so. You killing them. You go ahead, Sark. Go ahead, Sark. She ripped the cut I'm just doing all old school. She smashed on that. Oh man, that was ignorant. What are you saying,
Yeah,
Cheryl?
I mean, we're competing against Dove is Unilever. Those companies are generations of pristine,
You
high
trying to tell me my
beauty
black pass ain't gonna
executives.
work? I can't
No,
use my
no,
black
no,
pass. I
no.
can't hip hop.
They've got
I can't shuck and jive
no,
my nigga, my nerve. I
no.
can't route
And
it,
the
beat,
reason why,
route it.
let me just say this, and the reason why that Fenty has a different result is because first she held, I think, the majority position of ownership. Second, she had top beauty executives on her team. The two original, I think, founders of Sephora shifted from Sephora and went to work on at an incubator that took on Fenty. Then that incubator just happened to be owned by LVMH. That absolutely followed Rihanna's followed her lead, and she understood exactly what Tracee Ellis Ross was saying. She understood cultural currency, and they let her, because you have to remember, now Rihanna didn't need their money. You see what I'm saying? She didn't need their money. She already had put in her money. The point is that she did something that most brands don't do. She decided to not use her celebrity. She decided to allow them to see her learn. And so by the time they watched every week about her learning how to be in the beauty business and follow her, and yes, I think you made the right choice, and she was really learning. And so my point is that doing something like that, and while you have a celebrity, was basically the pillar of her success, because she was learning the business of makeup, not assuming that she did because
Right.
of
I
who
see.
she was.
Right. So what
So
you're
you get it?
saying is, let me I just want to kind of bring some people into the fold. We are 180 episodes in, and tonight we're talking about, at the end of the day, we're wrapping up our 2025 theme, which is what has the natural hair movement taught you about your hair? Okay. And what we've pretty much deduced is that at the end of 25 years, this natural hair movement has pretty much, as Cheryl would say it, they have been impostoring with culture, because this is where they're at. They're at the end of their ropes, and overarching that this natural hair thing basically is a black thing, and that shit ain't working. It is not working, because natural hair is not a black thing. And so we have celebrities who are now at the helm of the natural hair movement by way of their product positioning in the marketplace. So we may love Curl Mix, which
Right.
I see she reached her goal. We may love the right hair care products, all of this, but I'm not sacred, and neither is she. So with that being said, the celebrities are going to reign supreme in this natural hair movement that is a part. Their products are a part of what's failing. And how do we know this? Is because we have comments that's quoted, that the founder of Amy Cole, and then we also have Tracee Ellis Ross. We had the First Lady Michelle Obama, who still act like the reason why she's doing her hair is to try to appease white women. So these types of things are letting you know that their culture of it's a black thing, it's not working, and she's saying it here that it's failing. She knows this brand is not going to last, guys. That those brands will not last. And she says there's a cultural currency. that is not accounted for in dollar numbers. And Cheryl saying being Black is not the past that's going to get you. This is a legitimate business, and you have to know through and through and through the business aspects of making a professional brand to become legacy like their, I don't want to say competitors, but counterparts.
Like their predecessors.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
This
they
is
cannot.
this is their birthright. Yeah, this is their
But they're
inheritance. The problem
yeah, but
is
they're out
that
of their
they made
ethos,
themselves an other. Yeah,
right?
they
And
made
so by
themselves an other.
making and the ultimate way they made themselves an other was by participating in the 15% pledge. Now, in case you're wondering, what is the 15% pledge? I have a clip of a young lady. I believe she's the founder of the 15% pledge. But to those of you who don't know what it is, I think I got a little clip. Do I have a little picture of what the 15% pledge is? No. Oh, I think it is. Is this it right here? Okay, so the 15% pledge, and I'm gonna show a clip, is that today we're taking the 15% pledge to dedicate 15% of our shelf space to Black owned companies. Now, remember, Cheryl just pointed out those companies are failing because they thought that you could just go in the kitchen and grab some berries and some shea butter and some essential oils and shit and tell people it's the LOC method. And because you was Black, you thought that shit was going to pass. It ain't, because it's not working. Unlike Afro Sheen, because our brands are about proven and effective results. We don't care how you market it. We don't care nothing about you being no celebrity. If it don't work, Black folk ain't impressed. Okay. So here is a clip of the 15% pledge. And this is what's actually making them tank even more. Okay. So here we go.
Black people are almost 15% of the population. Major retailers should commit 15% of their shelf space to Black-owned businesses.
She went to social media with that challenge.
I had the idea on that Saturday. By Wednesday, we became a nonprofit. By Thursday, I think we had 100,000 signatures on our petition. And by day 10, Sephora became the first major corporation to commit to the 15% pledge.
Today, 28 retailers have committed to the pledge. The effort has helped shift nearly $10 billion in revenue to Black-owned businesses.
The founder, do you know her name, Cheryl? Okay, let me look it up right quick.
You said Lenora something, you said?
Okay, hold on. Here she goes. The founder of the 15%. Yes, her name is Aurora James. She's from Canada, by the way.
Okay.
She's a fashion designer. So Miss Aurora James said that Black people are 15% of the population. Can somebody fact check that for me to see our African Americans are 15% of the population in Canada? Okay, Canada and America. Somebody check that. Okay, drop that in the chat. I need some help. All right. So she's saying that if Sephora and all of these big companies, let's help them out. Now, mind you, let me just show y'all right quick. Okay, I gotta be petty. I gotta be petty as FUCK. Okay, let me just share it right quick because Cheryl said they didn't get no they didn't get no 15% pledge. Okay, now mind you. These companies have no idea of what the hell a 15% pledge is. Okay. They're like, what y'all talking about, Willis? Okay. So these companies had no such assistance, right? California Curl, Cheryl Father, they ain't getting no assistance to get on nobody's shelves yet. They were legacy brands. Okay. And so if we take that down, right? So who are the people? Let's go in the chat before I reveal. Who are what companies do you guys think should really benefit to be on those shelves in Sephora? Let's see. I'm gonna wait a few minutes because I want to see what you guys are gonna say. Who in those Black brands, those Black owned brands? Remember the 15% pledge. right here. She says, today we're taking the 15% pledge to dedicate 15% of our shelf space to Black-owned companies. Which companies do you guys think should have the opportunity to be on the shelf of these companies? Okay. So let's see. All right. Give them a few minutes. This ought to be interesting.
Okay, they answering.
Don't be scared. I haven't answered. A little delay here. Okay, I'm gonna ask it again because I don't want y'all. Come on, guys, don't be afraid. Who do y'all? Which company that brand that you use? They're not a Sephora right now, but I feel like that this is a Black-owned company that I feel like they should be. I'm gonna drop the company that I think. Okay, I'm gonna put down. This is the company who I think should have the opportunity that's Black-owned to be on the shelves of Ulta and Sephora. I'm going to put Catlin Naturals. Okay. Oh, you said in Canada it's 4% Black. Whoa. All right. Shut me up. Okay. Think of a Black brand that you use. Maybe you've bought some shea butter from one of your cousins or your colleague. You guys know somebody that's making their own natural hair care products. Okay. All right, so let me take this down right quick, Cheryl. Hello, Low Earth. Okay, that's a brand. So Cheryl, they are dropping them in the chat. So let me take this one down. Okay. So I think Catlin Naturals is a brand that's made in Cleveland. They should be on that shelf. There's another nice company here in Cleveland. I could think of quite a few. You've used Curl Mix, okay? Yes, she says myself. Low Earth, yes, you want to be on there. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Let's see if Instagram said anything. The King of Lock, his products. All right, the King of Lock. All right, Kafele, we just showed your commercial. We'll play it again. You make your own. So Jeanette Massey, she makes her own products. Here we go. Legacy Organics. These, Cheryl, according to the 14% of African Americans, y'all gonna fall into that, okay? But let's show them, Cheryl, who's really so in the US is 14%, and in Canada is 4%. Dang, Canada ain't got no Black people. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So let's show them. I was shocked. I'm sorry. Y'all know me. I'm just handling the ghetto. All right. So here are the top brands that have made their way into Sephora and Ulta due to the 15% pledge. Here we go. Ulta sells many Black-owned brands, include Fenty Beauty, Juvia's Place, Pattern, Minted Cosmetics, LYS, Butter Skin, Black Girl Sunscreen, Creole, Essence Beauty Bakery, Melanin Hair Care, and Lamique Beauty. All right, y'all see that right there? Who's this down here? And now this one is the brands that sold in Sephora. Sephora includes Sacred by Beyonce, Tracee Ellis Ross, Taraji P. Henson, Flawless, Sienna, and Sienna Naturals, co-owned by Issa Rae. Sorry, guys. The celebrities have taken the shelf space, to me, of where Low Earth could be. So, Cheryl, we're going to be getting ready to wrap this podcast down. How is it that the celebrities, how are they able to get, why are they trumping all of these nice brands, local brands that are right here in the chat? I know. So why can't Legacy Organics? Why can't Hello Earth? Why can't Catlin Naturals? Why can't me, the right hair products? Why aren't we a part of that 15%?
Wait.
Because we Black-owned.
Y'all are not going to happen.
Damn.
It's not going to happen. They are not people. Don't y'all come close. Black-owned is broad. Okay? They didn't say Black-owned anybody. They just said black owned. You thought they meant
ain't nobody got time for that.
They didn't mean black owned. One. But I want you to be the other side. I want you guys to get on the investor side just for a minute. First of all, Ulta got, give or take, 1,500 stores in the US. If I gave you guys 5 of them, I would bankrupt you. You're not investable. You can't do business with stores like that. You're not prepared and not ready to do that. That's number one. Number two, okay, you most likely will go in debt trying to do business with a big retailer. Number three, most investors do not want to take that kind of risk. So when you go black owned, most likely a well-known person like Gabrielle Union, Taraji P. Henson, Beyonce, Rihanna, Issa Rae, yada, 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 yada. You have high visibility, high impact, low risk. So if they have to eat the brand and buy that shit back, more likely they could buy the shit back.
But they're impostering because. But Cheryl,
wait. That's not the industry that me and you are in. That industry, cultural currency, is the celebrity and the social media followership, okay, of these particular women. Ultas, Sephora's, Walmart's, and Target's, okay, only take investors, venture capitalists who have a beauty division, only take risk on high impact and high visible and high celebrity dome. They don't take it out on the grassroots person. Guess who tried to do that and they failed? Whole Foods. Okay? Because one of the things that I would never do, but see, one of the things that I think needs to happen is that they need a person who can buffer between the VC, the investor class, and the incubator to be able to say what's gonna at the end of the day. Because I already told you, and you and I speak about this all the time, you are not gonna get the real black hair care, because the real black hair care is wired around the barber and beauty salon professional industry. If you don't get their stamp on that, you're not going to get all of the juicy cultural currency that Tracee now understands that their industry, which is a celebrity dome based hair care industry, it is void and it's rot with it. It's void. It doesn't have, after their celebrity, they don't have access to the true rich roots of what black hair care was built at the beginning of the 20th century into the 21st century. They don't have the history. Now, Procter & Gamble, one of the things that they did through a wonderful friend of mine and sister of mine, Alicia Evans, they did Relax the Natural Tour, Hairtopia, and blah, 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 blah. And they got Glenn Jackson, and they got all, they understood through the women that they got to run these campaigns. They went and got the black hair care true cultural currency, which made a very successful. They did the 400 Years Without a Comb Museum and exhibit. They did this and they did that. Tracee Ellis Ross, those brands don't have any real cultural currency to lean on now that their brands are in their 8th and 10th and decade, in their full decade. They just don't have it. And now they're going back and saying, knock, 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 let us in. We need, because at the end of the day, the cultural black currency is HBCUs. It's the homecoming. It's the Divine Nine. It's all of that rich black cultural currency that makes it real and glues it to Black people's consumer behavior. They just don't have it. They're in another industry, and it's called celebrity Black hair care. That is not
and so what they're doing. Okay, I got it. Y'all hit that thumbs up button. I'm like you, Sandra. Tell it.
Right. And let me just say this, y'all. Shelf space is a science. And if your ass is not, first of all, please, and I think we discussed it last night, you don't want to be on note that when you introduce a brand, retail is not where you should be. You're going to kill your brand screwing around that goddamn shelf. Okay, now I want you guys to do a simple math, okay? Because if you do, Amy Rose has sat next to Revlon, has sat next to Bobby Brown, has sat next to Laura Geller, has sat next to Nars Rodriguez. Are you fucking kidding me? You sitting her ass next to that and you talking about, give me some shelf space. Where? In the fucking back where the dog food is? They're not doing it. These corporations have a bottom line. You're asking them to do something that you as a CEO of that company would not even make that decision, because you will be looking at balance sheets and stockholders, and you'll be looking at profits and margins and all this shit. And you would say, yeah, I got it. I got Amy Rose for $2.50, but I can only sell it for $7. But I can sell Nars Rodriguez for $40. How are you going to make that floor manager make sense to give your black ass some shelf space for what? Now, this is what I want you guys to do. How many approximate Black owned beauty supply stores are there in the US? I'll wait. Come on.
Repeat. Say it one more time. Let's
approximately.
Approximately.
Okay, approximately. I'm gonna give you the answer. I ain't got time for y'all to be looking for it. About 3,100. How many goddamn Sephora stores are there in the US? I'll wait. Y'all can go look that one up. Come on, Key Lola.
I'm looking. Hold your pantaloons. How many what? How many Sephora
stores in the
How
US?
many Sephora stores are in the US?
About 1,800.
Yeah. 1781.
Okay. How many Ulta's stores are in the US?
All right, hold on. I see you are clock. We on it. How many Ulta's stores are there in the US? About the same amount, 1,400.
Okay. How many Targets?
How many Target stores? 1989. So they're all in the 15 at night.
Okay. Right. Okay. And I'm sure that there is about 4,500 Walmarts. There's 3,000 Black Negroes that own a beauty supply. Think of the difficulty. Those 3,000 Black-owned beauty supply stores can't afford to give you a 6-foot fucking wall. And these son of a guns won't even give you a shelf. So when I tell you the loss of the distributorship business in Black hair care, which is over here, which they left, we over here, Okay. Now you had Mr. Sharp tell you. You had Mr. Choose tell you. You had other people who were. That is how you control. But you want to go to people who got 1,700 stores, not 3,000. Black folks got three approximately. We just talk about the ones they counted. Why don't celebrities go to Black owned beauty supplies with their Black owned store brand? Because you don't want to do Black owned. Your ass want to take your Black ass to Sephora and Ulta and Target. Now, guarantee you, I don't know the numbers and haven't looked at them. I've just been in the business all my life. But I guarantee you, out of those 3,000 stores, half of them, or a little more than half, maybe more than a quarter, are in Texas. The other half is probably in Florida. The other half of them in North Carolina, up into the DC, some of them in California, and spread around the eastern seaboard, in Maryland and all that area. You can't send your shit. You can't send Sacred. Sacred is exclusive at Knight's Beauty Supply. Can't be exclusive at the one in Chicago and the one in Philadelphia. Kiss my ass. You're not interested in doing that because you're not in this Black hair care. You have created, got in bed with white-owned incubators and white VCs. And let me tell you something. Miss Amy Cole, founder of Amy Cole, I know that VC is riding your ass. I know they are. That's why you jump ship. I get it. You don't have the money to pay them back. And then, two, you gave away your equity. This is an executive top pimp game. This is not for the faint at heart just because you have a brand and you have a passion and you want to do it. Now, if there was a school for me for Afro Hair Science to teach the business of beauty, now that's a whole nother story. And I have my problems with BOPSA, the Black Owned Beauty Supply Association. I have my problems with them. But we have left a lot on the table before we can even, and there's just so many goddamn moving parts because, we had it all in one industry. But when you break it off, natural hair care, celebrity dome brand industry, and then you have the historic, cultural rich currency Black hair care. And now that's right. What they want to keep failing. And so it's kind of a double-edged sword.
But you know what this sounds like, guys? You know how you would do something like stupid and your parents would say, you like you're looking for love in all the wrong places. You're doing all this stuff and they would say, they would say stuff like you can't see the forest for the trees. So I looked up some of what Cheryl was saying. So now there are more than 35,000 Korean, what they would call, Black beauty supply stores. All right. So you got 35,000. But in the United States, that percentage that's owned by Black people, it's about 9,000. And if y'all think about what I was saying earlier when I said, this is like this, I'm like Kanye now. This shit cray right about now. Okay, some must be wrong with us. Let me just kind of put it up, and I just want to bring in your point, right? And this is why these celebrities, I agree with Cheryl. Like something wrong with them. Beyonce, okay, if it's 9,000 Black owned stores, right, and let's just say for poops and giggles, it's 9,000 Black owned hair salons. All right. And look at it's more consumers than any of us can handle. Right. But what if Beyonce said, I'm going to put them in those 9,000 Black owned stores. I'm going to go to LaDosha and them and I'll code out and say the green is for salon professionals, the green packaging is the salon quality sacred, and the blue is the over-the-counter sacred. Because if you look at a brand like Ultra Sheen was used over the counter and in the hair salon. They had 2 pressing greases. In my line, they had the blue for at home, and they had, come on, y'all, stop acting like y'all don't know what the F we talking about. We did this shit already. We are out of our rabbit ass minds. They have no business sitting on them shelves. I would love to sell some Beyonce, some sacred. There's no reason why. They got everything they can. You're talking about Black owned. You're talking about pumping the money back into the communities. Look at those jobs. We wouldn't need an app.
You're making so much.
You wouldn't need an app to make no. You can hire an actual person to get on the phone and talk to real people. We don't even use some of that technology. We could use it, but not for that, because Cheryl just taught us that if you're using those apps because you can't afford to pay, no, you're not making enough money to employ someone, to give them a job. You've automated your front desk person to AI, to a bot. But y'all say this technology ain't in the industry. You allow your breath stink of panther piss. Something wrong with that. Cheryl just gave us the perfect scenario. I wouldn't, if I was them, I would be like, you know what? I just heard these 2 Black sisters over there on YouTube. Thank you so much, Sephora. I appreciate you, Ulta. It's been good. Beyonce, Rihanna, yo, let's go set up our peoples in the Black communities. If you got a legitimate,
I can tell you one.
All them lost, all them young girls and them lost.
I guarantee. A Jeanette Massey, a Yate, a Danny Michael, a Cold Cuts, or a LaDosha Wright know more about some goddamn hair than some goddamn Issa Rae and some goddamn Beyonce and some goddamn Rihanna and all of that. All of that. Ross. But problem is that you don't belong in what we call celebrity dome hair care industry. See, it's not the same industry.
And that's why I'm sorry to cut you off short. That's why we're
not the same thing. Right.
And that's also why I am saying, when you look at the title of our show, The Natural Hair Movement's Cultural Confusion. You see, and what they're doing is...
I'm sorry. One thing I want
to... No, go ahead, get it out. Get it out.
I want my people to stop having an affinity. Please, if y'all can do anything for me, stop having a urban cultural connection to these brands. These brands have major stockholders that don't look like you. These brands are... I understand. See, first of all, when y'all buy a black Barbie, that shit ain't going to no black woman somewhere that look like that. That's going to Mattel. You guys are buying symbolism. It makes you feel better to support sacred. It makes you feel better. Now, curl mix may be different than sacred. I understand. But I want you guys to understand that is why the black woman face, name, image, likeness is so attractive to white folks, because they know you buy this. So I want you to understand how to control your dribble of your dollar and stop doing it for symbolism. Symbolism made you buy an Afro comb that is not synonymous with Black people. You bought it for over 60 years. It's fake. It's fake. It doesn't have anything to do with the money coming back into your municipal district of where your ass eats, shit, sleep, and how pay your mortgage and your property taxes. It has nothing to do with that. And you guys make it sound so serendipitous when you guys with your dollar, I just support her. When you're not supporting her, you are supporting something in her likeness. And you must have, you got to understand the game of celebrity dome. When you bought White Diamonds by Elizabeth Taylor, Elizabeth Taylor wasn't going like this, counting her money at the end of the quarter, because you bought it. She was already gone with her money. You were playing Fabergé. That's who you were paying, the stockholders, the company, the one who held the equity. That's where your money is going. So all I'm saying is that, you know, it's a little more in depth and intense, other than just she's waiting for you. Sacred, this is Beyonce speaking. You buying me? Oh, thank you, girl, for your little support. It's not it's not happening like that. And so, and our ignorance becomes the foundation in which these people stand on. I mean, Donald Trump couldn't say it any better. I love the poor, poorly uneducated. I love them. And so, and it's not that, you know, Black women are.
I don't know about y'all, but
yeah.
Oh, I mean, I said it once, and I'm just gonna keep saying it over and over and over again. I just can't believe we fell for it. You know, I know we smarter than that, and it's so layered. You know, we have a young lady over on Instagram, Miss Hope Dion. Thank you so much. She says you agree with the title. Yeah. The natural hair movement's cultural confusion. At the end of the day, and as we're going to get ready to wind this down, here we had 25 years, 25 solid years. We've been given the framework that in order for your product to be successful, to enter the realm of a legacy brand, it's got to work. That's what that means in the Black hair care world, both professional and over the counter. You have founders of Black hair care products, celebrity to the mom and pop, who had no idea that those products had to work. They had to work. And what they did at the end to try to put all this together in 25 years, they used culture. They came in, like I said, here go your imposter syndrome. We're going to hide behind this thing called Black. And we're going to put it up in the front, and we're going to do the old, you know, switcheroo. Y'all know the 3-card Molly. Everybody that got on the bus and got hit with the 3-card Molly. I know I have. And this is where we're at. We have in the end. In the end, you have a slew of products that don't work. It's been mismarketed, mistaught, misformulated. You just in the kitchen, you can't. Black people putting shea butter. I'm like, what the? What? Like, oh, that's the dumbest shit. Like, we already had great bait and switch. There you go. Thank you. You saw me struggling. Somebody listening. So it's not working. Why? How do we know it doesn't work? Because at the end of the day, they're back to this thing called what? Straight naturals. They're going back to the straightened hair, and and they're now it's okay.
Well, are
They're
you gonna
trying to
let it? Are you
shame you
going?
out,
Are
and
you?
it's crazy.
And let me just say this. So let's just admit one thing.
Look at Trish. Trish said this too. It's the same with clothing. I mean, yeah, we better wake up and smell of coffee. We better get hip. My boy, homeboy, Bango, the beat boy,
And to make Trish's point, the key here is this: that clothes don't have to work at the end of the day. They just have to look good. And I keep telling people, black hair care is a science, baby. And it's based on trend. So that is one of the reasons why when my dad reformulated the cream cold wave for professional use only, my dad already knew that everybody was going to go retail. He went professional use only and built the hairstylist. He knew that the hairstylist had more influence over the consumer than any other consumer wandering in some goddamn aisle under their own devices. So he said, I'm going to make the hairstylist rich. Therefore, it will trickle down to me. And boy, that bet was that shit paid off. But the point here is also, when you make some other person rich, you make yourself rich. So if you understand that science, since you want to go on goddamn tour so goddamn much, all you had to do was find 1,000 goddamn black-owned beauty supplies and go on tour. That would have been lines around a goddamn corner. But we don't think, because she is not in the black-owned beauty supply industry. Y'all, she is in celebrity dome. That's another industry. Natural hair care. So in 25 years, we can say one thing. First generation creates it. Second generation spends it. Third generation destroys it. Within 25 years, we gave away the entire retail business. And believe me, Target, Walmart, Ulta, Sephora, they are junkies, baby. And they are not giving that shit back. The only way to get it back is to redo the actual steps backwards. And my whole thing is this. Was the technology trash in the first place? Maybe some was good. But at the end of the day, I can hear Richelieu's ass right now. Psst. Bain Capital. Man, this shit's gonna be, it's gonna be like black gold, man. This is gonna, you know
how much? Did y'all read the Mintel reports? Black folks spend more money on hair than anybody in the world. What you talking about? Come on now. Come on, Bain Capital.
That's not the first time that that I have been quite familiar with the Mitt Romney, because the Mitt Romney Foundation tried to buy California Curl several years ago. My dad said, no, I don't think so. You're gonna fuck up my legacy.
As my mother would say,
hell yeah,
if you had any sense, you know what, we'd be dangerous. If we just had any sense, we be dangerous. I mean, but the question as we concluded out, can we do it? Yeah, hell yeah, we can. We gonna do it. We have no, why not? We ain't got,
and let me just say this.
My mama said that too. So ain't nothing to it but to do it.
Can you imagine if we had an organization strong? And not saying that Bob's not strong. I'm not trying to, get into that bag. But can you imagine if we had a strong lobby of a real black-owned beauty supply association? We would have forced them, son of guns, to put their goddamn product in our association, in our members' stores. Give us some of that celebrity.
I mean, you would think
put your money, put your black ass and black face and black money where your mouth is and come and put your ass in them goddamn stores. They got more shelf, more space. In fact, they can build your ass a whole wall in that goddamn store. In fact, what did Aveda do? They created a concept salon, which was a beauty supply inside of a salon. Boom. Because that's what they did with their brand. Yeah. So at the end of the day, there's many ways to do it. But at the end of the day, you have to care. You have to love your people enough to be able to take time, be patient, build coalition, build infrastructure, and be able to say, what did our granddaddy and great grandmama do? It's all right there. And it ain't goddamn rocket science. But when you're so busy trying to build VCs coffers and all these incubators and all this bullshit, well, you get a brand with your name on it hanging out there and then talking about, can you please? We just don't have access to the cultural dollar that's not coming out in the rents, and it's not giving us any, Black cultural currency dollar numbers.
Weak. What a weak case. And we have, yeah, very interesting point. She says it's going to take such a long time to change what some of us perceive as the norm, but we have to do it. This is why y'all just keep rocking it out with us. We told you guys about My Comb Black Owned that's coming. We're creating something to be a part of the solution, which is why this channel is definitely America's favorite podcast about Afro hair. We're talking about issues and angles and perspectives that a lot of people, they're not just talking about, they're not taking it to the hilt like we're doing here. Weekay is in the chat saying that there is a new mode here on YouTube, and let me find it. It's called I think she said it's called Hype. Where did it go? Here it is. Yes, here we go. She's saying before we go that there's a new feature here on YouTube called Hype, and if you guys can share the content, and this will help us, I think, because they want us on these platforms, you know what I'm saying? So they're saying this is a way that you can get more people to watch us. They're only targeting people who don't have a lot of followership like what we have here. So if you guys can take advantage of the hype mode, and in addition to hitting the thumbs up button, this is another way that you can help us get the word out about the work that we're doing, the education that we're sharing. We have wonderful people on the platform on Thursdays, and I think that's it. We're going to be back here on Thursday with Auntie Dr. Joy talking about the Battle of the Bulge as we get ready to go into the new year. Us hair professionals, we can't go in there fat. You know what I'm saying? We got to get some of this bulge off. So she's going to help us out. And so she's also saying, Weekay is saying when it comes to that hype, it also helps push us into the algorithms so more people can see the good work that we are doing. Thank you so much, Wiki. So we appreciate that, Weekay. Everybody on Instagram, y'all rocked it out. Facebook, y'all showed up. LinkedIn, y'all kind of skirted past it. It's okay, it's all cool. YouTube definitely always rocks it out. Trish and everybody, our clock, I mean, everything, our live work clean. Lawana, I saw you came through. Lawana, you just snuck by. Jeanette, it was also nice to see you. Kay, we love seeing you. Yate had another dope show last night. It was pretty good. She had another gentleman on there. Silk, not Silk the Shocker. His name was Silk the Barber, and he was sexing the mofo. So go check out Silk the Barber over on Real Roots. Brother was kicking it. Her series is dedicated to the people in the military. So we love to pump Yate up. I get on there every Sunday. Set y'all alarms, okay? To check Yate out. Just go on your phone.
You're supposed to remind me.
And hit your little, look at my little pooty, okay? So y'all set y'all little alarm button so y'all can check it. That's the Grand Pooba. Y'all didn't see the Grand Pooba. She a big girl now. There she is. There we go, my grand. You call her Auntie. Auntie. She talking now, y'all. She know who Cheryl is on the phone. They was talking to that. Okay, guys. So that's right, Silk the Barber. There he is. Go check him out. Yeah, we have there you go, Trish. We have a whole lot of educating to do. We're gonna be in Nova Scotia. Save up your coins, all right? Doesn't cost that much money to go over to Nova Scotia, but we're gonna be there at the end of the summer. We're gonna be talking to Mrs. Samantha Dixon Slaughter of the Black Beauty Culture of Nova Scotia. So we're working on that to do exactly what you're saying, Trish, because we know for sure that we have a whole lot of educating to do. Child, you ain't never lied. All right, Cheryl, close us out. With your thoughts on natural hair movement. At the end of the day, they just use this culture and they done pull the wool over our eyes with the imposter syndrome. This was a hard pill for me to swallow. Yeah. I didn't think it was going to take this turn, but this is a hard pill for me to swallow. I'm going to have to, I'm going to have to go home. When I get off this live, I'm going to have to marinate on this shit because this shit is deep. Ain't no other way to say it. Closing thoughts, Cheryl, or we're good?
Oh, we're good. I just want to thank y'all for hanging on in there with us and trying to understand, trying to be absorbent, trying to, just receive. And we can do it. And it's not going to take long because we have the blueprint. We just got to be obedient, work together, and everybody do their part because enough space. There's distributors, production, science, manufacturing, there's marketing, there's media, there's education, there is magazine print, is publishing. There's so many parts of the beauty industry that we all can do our part. So
that's right. That's right. What's up, Sister Nia Colby? I ain't even see you. Done snuck in on me too. Yeah, we could do it, guys. It's just, it's only as hard as we make it, right? It's only as hard as we make it. So there's a good book that you can read. It's called Good to Great by Jim Collins. And he has a whole, the book is pretty much saying what Cheryl just said. Success leaves clues. That's a great book. It's called Good to Great. Big red. You can't miss it. You could probably get it on an ebook for dirt cheap. They help you begin to understand the ethos, especially if you're in the business world, you want to do this thing. You got your own little product line. So there you have it. All right, guys. So this has been great. Cheryl, I love you. Everybody in the chat. This was hard. This was a very hard, conversation to have, but nonetheless had to be had, right?
Absolutely.
All right, guys. You know what we say when we're signing out, right? We are always and forever talking about a whole lot of peace, a whole lot of love, and for sure a whole lot of hair. But check it out. Remember, if you ain't got it, don't want it, can't stand it. You got some bald spots. You know how it is in real life. Some people just have that situation, but you know what? You don't care about all that. We don't either, because all of it in its entirety, like you, are beautiful too. All right. So we're going to see you guys on Thursday with Auntie Dr. Joy. We're going to be back next week, and we're going to continue on with the culture of supporting Black brands, which would take this conversation to another level. Because we got to talk about how that imposter syndrome, which we just learned what Black brands really means out here. So we're going to open up that can of worms and break down what the hell is support Black brands, the culture of supporting Black brands. All right. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. Sure, you ready for the chit chat tonight?
I'm ready.
Bam, bam, bam. He or she said, cancel this damn show. They hate it. What? Hold on. Wait a minute.
Make Black hair great again.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Now,
We're coming, get our check.
Cheryl Morrow, the one, the only, the hair oracle.
It was Red Dot, and then we also had a cosmetology school instructor in the chat, Miss Denise West, Michelle Allen, Miss Foster. Dang, I missed your name. It's always nice to see Miss Foster in the chat. Michelle Allen, you know how much we love you too.
What? About a whole lot of peace. Cheryl, you order that in a bag of chips.